Valued Star Awards are a great initiative that we've been doing over the last 3 or 4 months. We've had loads of people nominated. It just shows that people are really wanting to recognise people's achievements across the whole trust, especially in line with our trust values of trust, respect, integrity and in particular compassion. Compassion has been really recognised in the nominations that have been put forward, the way in which we treat our colleagues and also interact and treat our patients.
This is Dawn. Hi Dawn, I'm Pete Miller, I'm Chief Executive of the Trust, and I've come to give you a little bit of a surprise if that's all right. I don't know if you know, but we've been doing these Valued Star Awards, and you've been nominated, and you've been awarded the Valued Star for this month, and hence you get a surprise visit from me. Not only have you been nominated once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times you've been nominated.
I might be doing something right.
You might be doing something right. There can be no more deserving winner of this month's Valued Star Award. Thank you, Dawn, and thank you on behalf of the Trust.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you get a little star. There's only 3 other people in the Trust that have got one of those, so you're the 4th.
Thank you so much.
Well done, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I've worked with Dawn for over a decade, and she's always been an incredibly valuable colleague. She works in as our team administrator now, but her role goes far beyond that. And she's someone that works way beyond her job description in the sense of the informal support she'll provide to patients and to members of staff. And we've gone through some difficult transitions as a team recently, relocation, starting to use Rio, fusing with other teams, etc. And I think if it hadn't been for Dawn, we probably wouldn't have weathered such things. But I think people like Dawn often don't get public recognition of the key role that they play within such changes. And I think the Valued Star Award gives some explicit recognition of that. It's only a small thing, but I think it's a valuable thing.
So Michelle, how did the Valued Star Awards originate?
Well, we held some big conversation events with staff a couple of years ago, and when we looked at some of the themes that were coming from those conversations, staff really wanted more ways of being recognised for the work they do for the organisation, and not necessarily grand gestures, but just thanks and recognition for everyday work that they do for the organisation. We also have the Staff Excellence Awards, which is an annual awards ceremony to recognise staff. We recognise long service for those staff that have worked in the NHS 25, 30 or 40 years. We also introduce thank you cards as a quick and easy way for people to thank staff and recognise them.
Dear Amelia, a note to say, I was delighted to see that you have been nominated for the Valued Star and wanted to express my thanks and your hard work for keeping us safe and organised. Thank you, Rachel Billsborough, CHS Director.
Hi, my name's Dwayne Bale and I'm a PA, a corporate PA. I've nominated Miller for the Star Award for her continuous hard work and commitment to the organisation. Whenever you need anything from Miller, she was always willing to help and offer any support she needed, and she regularly does sort of dinners around Diwali time for anyone that wants to attend as well. In terms of the Star Award itself, I'd like to point out that the benefits of nominating this are huge for the staff within the organisation, and my personal opinion is it gives voice to people that are not always heard, because a lot of people do a lot of hard work within the NHS and they're not always noticed. They're more noticed from the staff that work directly with them and support them doing their work. And so these sort of people can feed back to the upper levels of management the hard work and commitment that has been done based on the principles within the NHS, the Trust and the entire organisation as a whole, such as respect, trust and integrity, and building on them principles further.
Thank you, Dwayne, for nominating me for the Valued Star Award. I love my job, I love the NHS, and this was just the icing on the cake to see that I was appreciated for what we do. I love working for the NHS. Thank you everyone at the NHS.
And one thing that's quite unique about the Valued Star Awards is the idea of the surprise and of Pete Miller popping up to surprise the person who's been selected as the winner. Where did that idea come from?
Well, I suppose it takes me back to is it the 80s, and Cilla Black, and on a Saturday evening watching Surprise Surprise, when she would appear at somebody's house, knock on their door and take them by to surprise, where a member of their family or friends had nominated them for something. So that's where it came from.
Yeah, it does make it more special, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
Yeah.
One of you is in receipt of the first ever Valued Star Award. Katie, yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's an absolute honour, yeah, to be able to do this. You've been recognised by your peers.
Very, very flattered, that's lovely. But like I say, I only did what I like to think anybody would do in my job, so. Thomas. Hello.
Yes, hello.
My name's Adrian Childs, I'm the Chief Nurse and Deputy Chief Executive. And you've been brought to this fake meeting so that we can present you with...
Oh no. That is...
We can present you with...
I would have put my makeup on.
Valued Star.
Oh dear. Oh wow, I've done it. Thank you.
Many congratulations.
Your colleagues nominated you.
It's Yvonne who
Yvonne.
nominated you along with your colleagues that you work with at Newcastle.
Okay. For going that extra mile, for going over and above the call of duty, I know you've been leading a Let's Get Talking group for young people, which has been your inspiration in your work, and I just wanted to thank you on behalf of the Trust, thank you on behalf of your patients, thank you on behalf of your team, who I know you're an inspiration for, your patients you're an inspiration for, and so it gives me great pleasure to present you with this month's Valued Star Award, and you get a little star.
No, I'm just really honoured to have it, really, and obviously I just do the same job as anybody else.
But you've been recognised by your patients and by your colleagues. And,
Well, that's lovely to know that, and I wouldn't be able to do what I do without my colleagues and the support of my manager.
It's one of the real pleasures of my job to be able to go and surprise people, to see the looks on their faces, the excitement, not because I'm there, but because they've been recognised by their colleagues, and that's one of the really important things that people appreciate. And so please keep nominating your colleagues for these awards, especially when they've gone over and above the call of their jobs. Thank you very much.